Right, I'm making a video in my flat because I'm moving out soon, and it's mostly for my benefit that I'm making this video. So, you know, we've had some strange sounds in here in the past, so, but I'm not guaranteeing that. I might pick something up, I'll review the tape later, but mainly I just want to go around and just talk about things that, private things really, I suppose. Just things that happened in my life when my mum was still here. Yeah, just so I can remember. If I do pick anything up, I'll review the video later and I'll mention it in the description and what point it happens at. Anyway, this is for me now, so if you're not interested, you know, I understand, because it is something for my benefit. Me and my mum moved here at the end of 2013 because of some troubles we were having with somebody who I'm not going to mention because he's a piece of shit, and I'm not mentioning his name in this video and dirtying it with the very mention of his name. Anyway, never mind that piece of crap. We moved here at the end of 2013, towards the very end, near just about a week before Christmas, I think it was. My mum was very happy to be here because she'd recently started talking to somebody she hadn't talked to for a long time. I'm not going into that either. Doesn't matter why. And the first couple of days weren't too bad. We were told there was no neighbour next door, which we found out. He's a piece of crap as well. I'm not going into about him either. I'm not putting another troglodyte over there either. Caveman. Mental capacity of a burnt sprout. That type. Anyway, never mind. I don't want to talk about them things. And we've been here a few days. Christmas Eve came around. The pipes start leaking into the shop downstairs. So that arsehole comes hammering on the door. You're ruining my shop, you're breaking my equipment, blah blah blah, all this, calling my mum every name under the sun. That's his shop there. Piece of shit. Fucking two-faced bastard. Fucking won't be sorry to get away from that. Him either. Anyway, so that ruined that Christmas. That was the first Christmas we were here. And then it happened again on New Year's Eve, because First Choice Homes imply fucking cowboy builders. Like, you know, they couldn't put Lego together, never mind a real house. Useless fucking idiots. But it's First Choice Homes' fault. They employ the cheapest cowboys going, and then they can't understand why the properties are shit, because they are shit, overpriced rubbish. Anyway, that's the wallpaper my mum put in the front room. We didn't do a lot here. She was too ill. We'd been here maybe a month when she was diagnosed with cirrhosis of the liver. And her belly swelled up, massive. 4 times its natural size, with fluids. But I've done another video about that, about the incompetence of the NHS, and how they thought it was incontinence, and not, you know, what it turned out to be, because they can't be bothered to do the job. But anyway, like I said, I don't want to go into that either. I just want to talk about the flat, even though I keep going off the point. Anyway, we lived here until now really, but my mum lived here until she died in the end of 2014. It's the bathroom. Crap. Too small. Don't like it. Only window up there. Condensation in here for fun. Can't put wallpaper up because it's too damp. Look at that. That was here when we moved in. And, you know, you put the shower on and 5 or 10 minutes later, there's fluid all over the walls. Massive problem with mould. And the charge, I think it was around £100 a week for this. You know, it's the smallest flat I've ever been in. There should be a cupboard for the shop downstairs. Shouldn't be expecting people to live here. Anyway, this is my old bedroom. If my mum wanted me in the night, she used to bang on that wall. Because I remember the day after she died, I went to bed and woke up that morning because I thought I heard her banging on the wall for me. And then I remembered what had happened the day before. You know, and 2 days before she died, she was up on her feet and she was saying, "Oh, I feel so much better, and it's all thanks to you." And I hadn't done anything really. All I'd done was just make her food for her and done a bit of running around. I hadn't done anything extra. I actually downloaded one of those ghost detector things in here as well. It was the day after she died as well, and I thought, oh, it's rubbish, but I'll give it a try anyway. And then one of the first things that came through on it was, I said, "I wish you was still here." You know, just, I was in here on my own. And it came up on the screen, Patricia Wishes. And that was her name, and I thought that was weird. Because why would that combination come up, you know, at that particular time as well? But it did. I don't know. It might have been a coincidence, but it's a pretty big coincidence. So anyway, this was my bedroom. I was never particularly happy in here. And I didn't even want to move here. And my mum had an alcohol problem, so I don't know why First Choice Homes put her over an off licence. You know what they're taking, don't you? Anyway, this was my mum's room. This is the room she had a heart attack in here, I think. And her liver had ruptured. And she started being sick, blood. But we didn't know, there was no light on because she slept with the light off, obviously. And I brought a bucket in for her and she did a little bit in it, went in the bathroom, and I looked at it and I could see it was blood. And I came back and I said, "That's blood, I'm phoning an ambulance." She wouldn't let me. But just for a second, just look how small this room is. Imagine spending 3 weeks in here with nobody to talk to. Because nobody cares. None of her so-called friends came and saw her. Nobody cares. Anyway, as I was saying, I brought the bucket back and I told her, and she won't let me phone an ambulance. She sent me in the front room. I went in the front room. A few minutes later, she called me again. She started being sick again, and there was blood, and it went everywhere, went all over that wall, which you can still see where it went a little bit, just very faintly. I tried to clean it off. And some of it went down there. I've had to move the paper off the wall. All over me, all over herself, all over the bedding. So anyway, I called, then she started screaming in pain in her arm. And then she said, "She's burning up and don't touch me, I'm in pain, don't touch me." And then she had a fit, which would have been about there on the bed, because she turned around, the head of the bed was there. And then she stopped and it was like, I thought she was dead then, to be honest. And then she came back and I helped her to the top of the bed to lie down, and I'd phoned an ambulance by this point. But they took 40 minutes to come, by the way. And then she was taken into hospital, and well, I don't want to talk about that bit, but when they took her in, they gave her a blood transfusion, made her wait for 3 hours before they did really anything else. And then it was about 2 o'clock in the morning by then. I'm really tired because I've been in work all the day before, from early, about 10 o'clock in the morning. But I'd had to get up early for something else, and I've been up early. I can't remember why now. So I wanted to go to bed, and I asked them, "Is she going to get better?" And they said, "Yeah, we're taking her down to a ward." This was the night she died. This was the night before she died. So they said, "It's alright, you go home, she'll be okay now. We're taking her down to a ward." So I came home, got some sleep, and I went in the next day. And when I went in the next day, just as I was about to go in, they rang me. And they said, "We didn't know where you were." Well, they did, because I told the woman behind the desk. So how could they not know where I am? So, that's either they're lying or they're just not doing their job because they don't care. Well, I already know they don't care anyway. They're more interested in what they're doing when they go home. Anyway, she died a minute or two before I got there. But they didn't tell me that. They said, oh, you can go in and see her now. Didn't tell me she died. I thought she'd be alright. I thought they'd sorted her out. Well, they hadn't. That's the NHS for you. And all these foreigners that are supposedly propping it up. They're not propping it up, they're fucking clogging it up. Anyway, said I won't go into that. And that's how she died. Alone. With a lot of strangers around her that don't even speak the language, most of them. Even if they did, they won't care though. Anyway, this is where we lived. We had 1 or 2 good times here, but mostly it was bad. We should never have been moved here. It's too cold. It's colder in here in winter than it is outside. And she died of hypothermia. I should have sued the NHS. I wish I had, but I didn't. It happened too quickly, and I just... It was like I didn't know what I was doing. If I had it over again, I'd sue the NHS, because as far as I'm concerned, them and First Choice Homes killed her. It's the blood's on their hands. Because they're not giving a fucking shit. Anyway, I didn't want it to be this negative, but I can't help it, that's how I feel. One last look around and then I'll turn it off. This is the wallpaper she chose for me. It's one of the other only places we did any she did any decorating. She was too ill, but she won't let me. She won't show me how to do it. Because I don't know how to. I've never wallpapered anywhere before. I wish I did know now. I would have been able to do it for her. And that's the view. Great, innit? Side of somebody's poxy bungalow. And a fucking roundabout. And that bastard's been downstairs. So that's it. I'm guessing I didn't pick up any EVPs, but I'm not bothered about that. That's not the point of this video. I just wanted to talk about things that had happened. You know, if you've ever watched somebody die, violent death, you'll know what I'm talking about. It affects you in ways that you might not even imagine. That's it. That's the view out the other window. A road. Brilliant. I hate this flat. I hate First Choice Homes and I hate the NHS. And I hate the BBC, by the way. I might as well just get that in as well, because they're full of shit now. They're always pushing this lie about immigrants, propping up the NHS. Fucking bullshit it is. You have to be a right retard to believe that. No. Anyway, never mind. It's not about that. Anyway, if you have watched this video and you want to leave a comment, then fair enough. I'd just like to add, I'm feeling it's the last day I'm going to be here, so it is making me feel depressed a little bit, as you can probably tell. So that's the final shot of the video. So I might make some more in other places that I've lived, just passing by, but I don't think so. I've got nothing else to say anyway now. Bye.